Explanation of symbols on worksheets are as follows. Use coloring crayons to color the picture. Use your finger to follow the track or line or show the correct picture. Use a coloring crayon to draw a line or write a number or sound. Look at the picture and say the number or sound out loud. Use a scissors to cut on the dotted line. Look at the picture. Use these symbols for the lesson of the day, which will be allocated at the top right side of each page. For example, Lesson 1, Prepositions and Directions. Hello and welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa and thank you so much for joining me today. Our theme this week has been special occasions. But before we get into today's lesson, it's very important for us to sanitize. Remember, when you're sanitizing, make sure you sanitize inside, outside, round and round, in between, and on your wrists. And make sure that it is dry before you touch anything else. It's also very important for you to check your social distancing by checking with your hands on your side and in front of you. Well done! Today's lesson is about the letter P and the letter H and Valentine's Day. Our first exercise can be found on page 11. On page 11, we are introduced to a new letter, and this letter is the letter P. And it makes a sound going P. Let's all say P. Again, P. One more time, P. Very good. So the letter P is the name and the sound that it makes is P. We are going to try and draw the letter P. As you can see, it has been put in 2 blocks. And I am going to show you how to do that. But you can see that the arrow on the big letter P is facing down, and that's where we must start. So let us take a look at the board. On the board, we have big letter P that also makes the sound P, and small letter p that also makes the sound P. They both make the same sound. And when we are drawing the letter P, we start at the top, we go down, we come back up and round. We do not lift our pencil or color. Let's try and do it in the air. I want you to take your finger, you're going to try down, up and round. It kind of looks like an upside down D. Let's try the small letter P. Remember, both of them make the sound P. Let's start from the top. Down, up, and round. Very good. Now we're going to try and draw it in the blocks. Remember, in your booklet, there are 2 blocks, and I'm going to show you how you're going to do it. We start at the top, going down, up, and round. Okay, let's try again. I want you to take your imaginary pencil in your hand in the air, and we start going down. We come back up and round. And that is our letter P. You can't see it right now, but it is drying and it will magically appear just now. When we are drawing our letter P, it's very important that the head of our letter P is in one box and that its body starts at the top and goes to the bottom, just like in your book. Remember, the sound that it makes is P. And we're going to look at a few things that start with P. In your booklet, you have a little pig, and it looks very beautiful. You can see that the pig is smiling and is very happy. And the beginning of the word pig has the sound P. We also have a few sounds on the board. We have pen. Now, when we say the word pen, it also has the sound P. And the word pen is on the board. Another word that has P in it is the word panda, like the panda bear, the one that is black and white. So let's practice again how to write our letter P. Remember, we start at the top, we go down, up, and round without lifting our pencil. I want you to try and fill up all those boxes and write the letter P by yourselves and correctly. Remember, when you're writing, take your time and do not lift up your pencil until you are done. Good luck. Let's hope that you managed to write the letter P, and don't forget the sound that it makes. It makes the sound P. Let's now turn to the next exercise on page 12. On page 12, we have another letter that we were introduced to a long time ago. It is the letter H, and the sound that it makes is let's all say one more time. Yes, this letter H is the small letter H that we can see, and there are many different things that start with. For example, the hare that we can see there. It kind of looks like a rabbit, but a rabbit and a hare are cousins. They are not the same thing. Can you all say hare? Very good. The next picture that we can see is of another animal, and this one is called a hen. We know hens because we know that hens lay eggs, the nice, delicious eggs that we eat. Can everybody say hen? Very good. The next picture that we can see is of a hat. Let us all say hat. Very good. Your job is going to be to trace the letter H, and you're going to make sure you trace it on the dotted lines. Let's take a look at the board. As you can see, I also have my hat, but we are going to try and trace the letter H using the same direction. Now, I did not put any trace lines because I want you to practice by yourselves at home in the air first. So take your imaginary pencil or your finger, and we're going to start going down. So you are going to go down, up, and round. Remember, the letter H makes the sound and it has to stand on both feet at the same level, just like how you stand with both feet at the same level. Let's try. Take your finger. Are you ready? We go down, up, and round. There we go. I want you to practice the letter H by saying it and the sound that it makes as well, and also drawing it, not just in your books, but also in the air. And remember, when you're writing anything, do not lift up your pencil until you are done with that letter. Enjoy yourselves. Let's hope you managed to finish that exercise very well. And remember, the sound belongs to the letter H. Let's look at the next page on page 14 for our next exercise. The this has been a wonderful lesson, my children. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. But remember, every time we are done with the lesson or touching anything, it's very important for us to sanitize our hands. When we are sanitizing, we're not just protecting ourselves, but we are also protecting the people we love by making sure no germs go on our hands and on their hands as well. It's very important for you to dry your hands when you are done sanitizing, as well as to check your social distancing as well by putting your hands beside you and in front of you. Well done. Zoe, can you come out please to play with me today? All right, so from Zoe and I, we would like to say goodbye.